All right, we back with another NBA draft spotlight. And today we talking about Cole Anthony, yes, son of Greg Anthony, who played in the league. Excuse me, and also played in UNLV uh, in college. So appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. If you want to support the channel, just keep sharing the videos with my PayPal and Cash App if you want to support that way. Is in the description, and he is 6'3", athletic. Seeing him when he's in high school, can jump out the gym. Point guard, solid, okay defender as well too. But is he the right fit for what the Pistons need at point guard? Let's talk about that. But one thing I do notice: good ball handler, explosive athlete. Don't have the flashy ball handling skills, but you don't need them. He knows how to get that separation. Amazing finisher at the bucket. He can finish above the rim. He can finish under the rim. He can finish with a floater. He can lay up with his left, his right hand. He can shoot the ball a bit. He actually utilized the mid-range game, which you don't see a lot anymore. But yeah, man, good point guard prospect. Injury issues is the biggest red flag here. And outside of the biggest red flag, injury issues is another big red flag because he doesn't know how to play the position. All right, he looks for a shot first. And what a lot of Piston fans look at, somebody tell me, oh, Tyrese Haliburton, he doesn't know how to create his own offense. No, I don't need my point guard to be able to create his own offense. I need him to be able to create for others. Haliburton can get to the rim and finish at the rim too if he need be. He don't have to sit up here. People, for one thing, people don't understand what the point guard position is played like. You see Oscar Robertson, you see Magic Johnson, you see Mark Jackson, John Stockton, Jason Kidd. That's how the position is played like. The position is not for you to go out here and score. All the guys you see scoring at point, how many of them they got championships? Damian Lillard, he ain't got one. Russell Westbrook ain't got one. James Harden is pretty much a point guard. He don't have one. You know what I'm saying? So playing the point guard position is about facilitating, being a floor general, setting others up, and knowing when to pick your time to score. Chauncey wasn't at the greatest at creating his own offense. He was good at it, but he wasn't the greatest. But he knew he learned how to play the position under Rick and under Larry Brown. He knew when to get his boys, when to get his boys involved, and he knew when to score. And Cole Anthony, he just doesn't know how to facilitate. That's the problem. So he's perhaps another two guard that's too short to play at two, playing the one. That's it. He doesn't have any point guard skills. He has the ball handling. He can shoot. He's a two guard trying to play one. He doesn't know how to get his teammates involved. He don't know how to facilitate. Out of the 3-point guards out of scouting, I'm gonna do one on Haliburton at some point. But I've done a video on my first was on Killian Hayes, and my next few may be about Haliburton. But I scout him as well too. He got the worst point guard skills. He don't know how to facilitate. He don't know how to set up. His shot selection is bad. That's something that you can teach. But he shoot 38% from the field, and he shoot 34% from 3-point land, and he always injured. Even in high school, he had ankle issues. So when you look at it, you're gonna have to teach him how to be point guard. And can Dwayne Casey do so? Maybe, maybe not. But he don't know how to be a point guard. Westbrook been in the league 10 years, 8 years? He still ain't learned. And don't give me, Steph Curry. No, he's not a point guard. Steph position says he's a one, but he's one of those guys. You seen him at Davidson, he was a two. Steph is a two guard. A lot of guys, they trying to recreate the point guard position. That's just a problem. But Steph is in the system that allows him to play off the ball, and they move the ball well in Golden State. If anything, Draymond is really, without Kevin Durant, is really the facilitator. But to carry on with Cole Anthony, it's just, can you teach him to be the point guard? It took Chauncey Billups years to learn how to play point guard in the league. Can you teach him? How many guys that come in the league that it clicked for them and they turned into a point guard? I don't know too many. But he got the ball handling, he got the genetics, he got the athleticism to hang with the tough athletes. With the point guard position, it's now becoming an extension of the two guard. It's really a lot of backcourts are really starting two guards in the backcourt. Look at Dallas; they starting two guards in the backcourt. Luka's a two. You look at Houston, they starting two guards, James and Russell. You look at Portland, they starting two guards, Damian and CJ McCollum. Oklahoma City a little bit different. They starting 2 point guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is really coming to the league as a point guard, but he can play the 2. Chris Paul the 2 or 1. You know what I'm saying? That's how you play the position like Chris Paul played. Chris Paul and Rondo are last of a dying breeds. They play the position the correct way. You know, Cole Anthony, can he learn to play the position the right way, or can he play some 2? I don't think he's durable and strong enough to play the 2 at this point. But if he get his weight up and get stronger, maybe he could. But he could play point. But if you sit there and you put him and Luke Kennard in the backcourt, it doesn't work. It doesn't. You know, they both 2 of the same. They both looking to get buckets. The Pistons need somebody that can facilitate. That's when they've been at their best. Isaiah Thomas, I think he had the record for the most 20-20 games. 20 points, 20 assists. Chauncey Billups, he knew when to score and when to be a point guard. He knew when to pick his chance. And that's my problem with Cole Anthony. He's a positionless player. He's playing out of position. That's my issue. He's an undersized 2. And people say, well, that's the way the league going with Trae Young, Luka Doncic, and so on and so on. And you know, if you want to keep with the facts, go ahead. But if you want to go with Piston history, every time we had a great point guard, we won. You know, we was relevant with Grant Hill. Grant Hill was a point 4. He really was a point. So with Cole, he got all the ability. You know, handles, shooting. You know, if he can learn how to facilitate and stay healthy, he'd probably be one of the top 2 or 3 picks. But his shot selection's iffy. He got to step back, and you know he like to chuck it up. And the reason his percentages are so nasty is because his shot selection. You take better shots and you find better shots in the Florida offense. He probably really a 45% shooter from the field. He probably shoot 40% from the 3-point land. But shot selection is a huge thing. When you think you got to carry the team, because Carolina wasn't good last year, you got to carry them on your back. Then you start, pressure. But if he goes to the NBA, them percentages will come up. So I'm not pretty much concerned about his jump shot. It looked good. I'm not concerned about his athleticism. I'm really concerned about the health and the ability to learn how to facilitate. Because, look, you got scorers on the floor. You got Biyombo, you got Wood, you got Kennard. I don't know why they're going to keep him. But you got scorers. That's what people don't fail to realize that talk basketball. They don't deserve to talk basketball. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he has to learn how to create his own shot. No, you don't. Rondo wasn't a shot, didn't create his own shot, but he worked for Boston. He knew how to get Big Ticket the ball, KG the ball. He knew what Paul Pierce wanted. That's a point guard. That's Magic. Magic knew how to get Worthy the ball. He knew how to get everybody the ball. Worthy, Kareem. That's being a point guard. A point guard is a floor general. He knows how to command his troops. He knows how to facilitate. He knows when it's time to score. He knows when it's time to get his team involved. He knows how to feed the high hand. He knows where your sweet spot at. See, y'all tried to Cole Anthony and Killian Hayes way. If you understand it. Reggie Jackson. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. You need somebody that can set you up. Tyrese Halliburton, as long as he can shoot the 3, you know what I'm saying, and cut to the back, he'd be all right. Killian Hayes, I would prefer Cole Anthony over him if it wasn't for the injury. Cole Anthony a better ball player. Killian facilitate a little bit better. He really ain't no point guard neither. But he taller by a couple inches, but Anthony's more explosive. He gets to the rim. He play above the rim. He a better athlete. He just don't have no point guard skill, but he got better handles. He can shoot with his right hand. He can lay up with his right hand, unlike Hayes. So if you ask me to pick between the 2 I've done so far, it's really pick them. You know what I'm saying? It's really actually pick them. Hayes ain't got handles. He can't finish with his right hand. All right, people look at it, he can shoot, and I don't need you to go out here and be motherfucking Westbrook. Can you command your troops? And Anthony, he can't command his troops. He can't facilitate. So, like I said, this works if you got a ball-moving offense, which Dwayne Casey don't. But, he okay prospect, but I don't see him as the point guard that I like. But if you could show him how to play the position, he'd be bad. And he can stay healthy, but he a good prospect. I can see him going anywhere from 8 to 15 because of the injury concerns. But ball handling, athleticism, it's off the charts. I like his jump shot stroke, like his step back. But health and the ability to play the point guard position and facilitate is a little bit iffy. But he's an okay prospect. He's not high on my board for the Pistons. And neither is Killian Hayes. I don't see that being a fit for what we need at point guard. That's just my opinion on it. But we'll move on to the next one. I'm not sure who I'm going to do next. But make sure you hit the notification icon and subscribe button so when I do drop it, you know where to find us at. We got a Spotlight playlist. You can check that out, Draft Spotlight. For more videos like this, don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Good for the Mercy Sports Talk. We gone.